Sinister from Planet Stereo, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about an album you guys have been messaging me about for weeks. And you're like, oh my god, have you heard the new Fall Out Boy? Yes, I have heard it. Yes, I love it. So we're here to talk today about Save Rock and Roll, which is Fall Out Boy's latest release since they've come back from their hiatus, which made me really happy, I'm not gonna lie, because who doesn't love a band coming back from a hiatus? Anyway, you guys are chock full of questions with me about like, oh, it's got this guest star, what did you think about that? What did you think about the title? What did you think about the cover? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there were that many questions that needed my opinion. So I'll go into it, I guess. Fall Out Boy's new Save Rock and Roll has an album cover with like a child Buddha, I guess, or a monk, I should say, a monk, I'm sorry. And then like a rebel, which is kind of funny. And I love the contrasting ideas of this peace and rebellion. I think that is such a great album cover. But it's really clever and I really liked it, and I love the fact that it's a fold-out book one, not like the plastic CDs. I hate plastic CDs. I love when they're fold-out like this. And then obviously produced by Butch Walker, which when something's produced by Butch Walker, you cannot go wrong. So the first single was obviously My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'Em Up, which got so many mixed reviews. I got so many messages when that single came out. And I'm just like, oh, the hate for Fall Out Boy. And I cannot hate Fall Out Boy. They can do absolutely no wrong in my eyes because I've grown up listening to them. The Phoenix came out and some of the hate kind of mellowed a little bit, but I think a lot of listeners kind of realized, hey, this is the same Fall Out Boy. They've grown up, they've matured. Like 3 years apart, you know, makes a big difference. I love Save Rock and Roll with Elton John. That is amazing. But my absolute favorite is probably Miss Missing You. There's something about that song that I just adore. I don't know whether it's because it's just, I heard it at the right time. I was having a really like crappy few months and that song came on my iPod when I was out for a run, and I was just like, holy cow. Because my favorite line from the song is, sometimes before it gets better, the darkness gets bigger. So for me, that was kind of like, oh my gosh, this should go on a Trite Living Arm soundtrack. It's amazing. I love their new symbol as well, by the way. Like that is absolutely amazing. That is just a brilliant symbol. Whoever came up with that, kudos to them. That is amazing. But yeah, like overall, as I say, I've been getting a lot of emails saying, what do you think? I actually wrote a review for this album for my school newspaper, and it was my last music review before I graduated, and I've been doing the music review at my high school for 3 years, every single issue. So for me to pick Fall Out Boy as my final one, I thought that was kind of perfect, because Fall Out Boy is probably one of the biggest reasons I got into loving music as much as I do, and one of the biggest reasons that I started Planet Stereo and that I started avidly listening to records and not just thinking, oh, this is really fun, like I like this. I've kind of made a career out of that, off of judging different albums. I actually went to go see the band last week, and I've never seen them live before. As long as I've been a fan, I've never had the chance. So that was really cool for me. This album was just, it had a bit of everything for everybody. If your grandparents don't want the one with Elton John, there's seriously something wrong. I guess that's all I really have to say. Like, I love it. I don't know whether you guys agree with me or not. I just think, like, a lot of the comments I've been getting is, oh, it's so different from what they would normally do. And for me, I hate when somebody says, oh, it's not them anymore, it doesn't sound like them. For any band, not just Fall Out Boy. I think a lot of people forget. These people are musicians, these people are people. They're growing, they're changing, they're evolving, for a lack of a better word, especially emotionally, because like Fall Out Boy, they were really just kids when they started out. They're listening to a whole new set of artists. Their iPod has changed. I mean, for goodness sake, my iPod certainly hasn't stayed the same since I was 8. Like, I mean, God, if it had stayed the same, you guys would be hearing a lot of different reviews, and I imagine I'd be getting a lot of hate mail. You know, just freeze, breathe. They are not a different group, they are not different people, they're just growing. I, for one, loved the new album, and I loved the versatility of the lyrics and of the themes of the different songs. So obviously that's my opinion of the Fall Out Boy Save Rock and Roll album. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I mean, I know how some of you feel about it because you send me really long, very angsty messages. I don't know what you want me to do about it. This is my friend Christine, and she's just gonna tell you a little bit about what she thinks about Fall Out Boy's new album. Christine?
I liked it. I've been listening to them since we were all little. I've grown up with them. They've grown up too. So yeah, it's different, but to me, it's a good different. We've all grown up with them. Let's change with them. Let's enjoy them while they change as we change as well. So personally, I like it. I love it.
And there you have it. Adult opinion right there. Yeah, totally. Right. So that's the end of this video. Tune in. I'm gonna say next week. I might lie to you guys again. I know I do that all the time, but I am a busy girl. But anyway, tune in next week and maybe I'll review another album. Maybe I'll review one you guys actually like, or maybe one that you absolutely despise and you're gonna send me hate mail and be like, Liv, why did you review this? But next up, even though I've already done a text review of it, I'm probably gonna review Sleeping with Sirens Feel via video, and I'll put in some cool tunes. Anyway, all the links are in the description, as well as the songs that are used in this video. Please go and buy Save Rock and Roll because it's magical.